Hi there everyone, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Welcome to day 2 of my 2021 holiday card series. If you missed day 1, it'll be linked on the inslate and I'll try to remember to put it in a card. I'm not promising. I'm awful at that, and as I mentioned in Wednesday's video, I have bulked film, which means I'm also bulk filming these intros. So yeah, I have a lot of work to get done in just a couple of days. So in today's video, you're actually getting a twofer. I am making 2 cards using the Simon Says Stamp and Doodlebug collaboration called Squad Goals. This came out 2 years ago. I want to say 2019. It coordinates with the Christmas Magic suite from 2019, and I haven't had an opportunity to use the stamp set, and I've had it for a couple of years, I think. Don't quote me on that. But in today's video, I'm going to share with you 2 different cards. So we're coloring one with darker skin tone and a brighter color palette, and then we're coloring one with a lighter skin tone and a more traditional color palette. So let's head over to my craft table and I'm going to walk you through both of these cards. There will be a timestamp hopefully on the screen, so if you're someone who's not interested in coloring, you can speed on through and see how I put the cards together at the end. So let's head over to the craft table and I'm going to walk you through these 2 cards. So I'm going to start by stamping each of the characters and the Christmas tree 2 times. I'm making 2 cards, as I mentioned in the intro. I'm going to do one with a dark skinned family in bright pink and green, and then a more Caucasian light skinned family in traditional red and green. For no other reason except those are the papers that I'm using and those colors are in the paper. So that's really the only reason. Like I said, I hadn't used the stamp set before, which is the exact reason I had been doing Crafty Roulette, but I think we're going to get through some of them in this card series for sure. So as I mentioned in the very first video, I am using the MFT Extreme Black Hybrid ink. Here's a look at the colors we're going to be doing, and if you want to skip ahead, if you don't like Copic coloring, you can skip to 1259. So I will talk you through this one, and then the next one we'll just speed through. So this is sped up to 4 times speed. So that means it's 400 times faster than it would be in normal life. So you guys know I like to start darkest to lightest. So I'm starting at the bottom of his hat with the pinks. I'm using RV06, 04, and 02. I'm bringing in this piece of cardstock. So one thing to know about when you're doing Copic coloring is you want something porous underneath. This is something that Sandy Odnock taught me. If you have something hard in plastic, something that doesn't absorb underneath it, the Copic, you're not going to get as good as blend, supposedly, because you need the ink, it seeps into the paper, and you need to be able to blend. Now, I don't know if that's all a bunch of hooey or not, but Sandy said it, so I am going to do what she says because I really enjoy her coloring. Amy Young is another person who I enjoy their coloring. Oh my gosh, she's so stinking talented, and she makes a ton of cards. A ton of cards. She does live streams on the weekend, so yeah, Amy Young. I think she's the owner of Sweet November Stamps. Don't quote me, I don't know for sure. So for the little hats on the animals, I used BG 23 and 11 to do a light aqua. I'm also repeating the colors in the Christmas tree. I am bringing in a little bit of red just on the animals and some of the ornaments. This is one of my favorite color stories. So spoiler alert, as I mentioned, I filmed all these ahead. I realized I have not done a red and aqua card. Who am I? This one's close, but it has other colors with it. So in October, be prepared to see a red and aqua card. So if you are unfamiliar, I really prefer non-traditional Christmas colors. I love whimsical. I love bright. I love just something completely unexpected. That doesn't mean that I think traditional colors don't have their place, and if that's what you like to decorate in, go right ahead. But we decorate, our Christmas tree is purple and silver, and I love red and aqua, and I love this kind of aqua red, pink, and green. I just think it's really, really pretty. For her hair, I'm using some of the lighter grays, and I am just flicking in, not doing a whole lot of shading, but leaving that center white. And then I'm going to go over and blend over it with a lighter color. And then I was like, I want it a little bit deeper. So then I brought in a little bit darker of a marker. And again, if you pause it on the pictures at the beginning, those are the markers that I used. So for their skin tone, I just did the darkest under where the hair would be. And then I moved to the next darkest underneath that and around the chin area. And then I'm going to bring in my lightest color to just kind of blend that all over. So I am a paper turner. I'm sorry if that drives you batty, but I like to be able to turn the paper. For her cheeks, I went ahead and brought in R23, I think. I needed something a bit deeper. R20 was not going to work. And I think I went with R23. It was either R23 or R43. I apologize. So for Santa, his face isn't that big, so I kept it to just the few little colors. And then for his beard, I did light grays, and I used the light aquas on the white parts of his suit. His zoot suit, his Santa suit, so stinking cute. You guys know I love Doodlebug. And like I said, this is my favorite Santa that they have. I don't really care for the new Santa. So I don't know that I'll be getting rid of this stamp set anytime soon. I just love their designs. You guys know I really love these kind of cute and whimsical. I know not all of you do, but sign me up. So it'll be interesting to see what their newest collection will be like, because a lot of times it's kind of the same. Okay, for the kitty catos, I am using some warm grays, and I'm just flicking in from the darkest to the lightest in the middle. I tried to kind of color it the way Roxy's colored, but her, like the middle of her face is a little bit white and her legs are a little white. So I did it a little bit like her, but not exactly. For the animals in the next ones, I color them completely different. Oh dang, she's snoring. So there you can see I left her little front foot white. For the puppy, I'm using some warm browns, and I'm keeping him pretty light. This is going to be the darkest that I'm using, and I'm just flicking in and leaving the center of his face a little bit lighter and his muzzle the lightest. For the body, I just did some simple blending with just two colors, and then kind of went over all of it to blend them together. They're the cutest little animal. I mean, seriously, I love all their illustrations. I love all of them. Even like their Halloween is so cute. I mean, I don't really make Halloween cards anymore. Halloween's cute. They have a new fall set that's cute. I mean, you guys, like I did last year, but this year I didn't feel like the need to do that. Probably because it's still hot as Hannah here in the Dallas area. We're still in I know a lot of people are like, bam, September 1st, it's fall. Not in Texas. We'll be lucky if we're fall weather 1st of October. Here's hoping. Here's hoping that we get some fall weather. For the tree, I did the darkest color under the scallops, and then I am just working my way back up to the lightest color. This is my new favorite green color combo. It's YG09, YG05, and then YG11. Not YG09, YG07, I think. I really, really like this color palette. And then I brought in a little bit of YG01 to bring it, give a little bit of yellow to it. And then for the star, I thought I was going to do 3 different colors, and I was like, meh, I'm going to put glitter on top of it. So there you go. Now we are moving on to the traditional family, and this one is sped up 800 times or maybe even 1200 times. This is one that's going to be super, super quick. So for this one, I'm going to turn on some music and I'll catch back up with you once we're ready to assemble the cards. So I used the coordinating dies to cut out all of the images, and then for the lighter green tree I used some Nuvo drops, you saw that, but for this tree I went ahead and used some glitter dots. So I honestly think this is the new collection, the Nightmare Before Christmas, Misty Brain. The Night Before Christmas. I think this was the 2020 collection paper. You'll see me go back and forth between the 2019, which was Christmas Magic, and the 2020, which was Night Before Christmas. So this is a piece of Limelight cardstock from My Favorite Things, and it matches that green perfectly. I went ahead and adhered both layers together, and then I used the next to largest scalloped rectangle die from Lawn Fawn to cut it out. And then I used a stitch rectangle die to cut out the Merry Christmas paper pad. So this says Merry Christmas. Does it just say Merry Christmas? It may say some other words too. But I thought this would be a fun pattern for them to sit on. So the tree is going to go flat in the back, and then the left side of Santa is going to have 2 pop dots, and then the right side of Santa will have regular adhesive. He's going to hang off just a tiny bit, and then the cat will also hang off just a tiny bit. Then I'm just going to pop up Mrs. Claus and the rest of them as normal. And yeah, they're so cute. Oh my word. So I'm just using these mini dimensionals from Stampin' Up. They're little hexagons. Like I said, if I wasn't like running out of my scotch adhesive, I would have used that. But I was hoarding it for something bigger. So I just use this little bowl over here to keep all the little papers in. You can see sometimes they end up on the desk, sometimes they end up in the bathroom, sometimes they end up in the bedroom. It's like glitter. Those little, the backing of adhesive follows you around. Apologize, my chair, it's kind of squicky. We need to give it some WD-40. So once I get all of these little characters adhered, I'm going to bring in some shimmer because hello, it's me. I also pulled out a couple of sentiments from the Christmas Magic Chit Chats. You guys will see the first card in that series go up on Monday. But I decided I didn't want to stamp a sentiment. These were already done for me, and I think they worked out beautifully. So here is a look at the one that's colored traditionally, and then here is a look at the one that's colored with some fun colors. So thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate you. Let me know which one of these is your favorite in the comments down below. I will see you Monday for another day in my 2021 holiday card series. Bye for now.